Hi, my name is Bruno Nicoletti. I'm the CTO and founder of the Foundry. We're a special effects software company based in London, and we write software for film and TV. Any movie you've seen over the last 4 years, 5 years, 6 years has almost certainly used our software in production. Our top flight product is a thing called Nuke, which is an image processing application designed to take live action, CG, all sorts of footage and blend it together and create a final shot. One of the key bits of technology we have is called motion estimation, for which we won a Technical Academy Award in 2007. And what it does is, given, say my hand is here at frame 1 and here at frame 2, it figures out basically per pixel tracking between those 2 frames, how the picture's moving. So given it's there and there, I can do stuff like create a frame in the middle. And what I'm about to show you is this running on a GPU, which we've done recently. So if I just look at the original footage here, I'm going to play that through at 24 frames a second. You can see she's walking across the set. Great, wonderful, wunderbar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that through our retimer. And what this is going to do, as I suggested before, was it's going to slow her down. It's going to slow her down by 10 times. So for each pair of frames, I'm going to create 9 new frames in the middle. So it's a 10-to-1 slowdown. So if I do this, let's start playing. I'm actually computing on the CPU. You can see it's actually playing quite slowly, basically because it's computing. It's computing about 3.5 frames a second, which is not very good. So what I'm going to do is flip to here, the GPU. And suddenly I'm computing at 40 frames a second. It's actually computing at close to 200 frames a second on this footage on the GPU. Most of that time is actually spent just reading the footage from the disk and feeding it to the GPU. So we've just moved the bottleneck somewhere else. And the GPU I'm using is a Fermi-based Quadro GPU. For this, we get something like 300% performance improvement. So that's a proof of concept of Kronos running inside our own application, Nuke. We've actually got a little framework which loads images up into memory, so there's none of the latency dealt with having to wait for stuff to read from disk, just as an experimental tool. And when it runs this at 200 frames a second, having run it about 3.5 times slower on the previous generation, when we suddenly saw the little thing at the bottom saying 200 frames a second, I actually did a little dance around the office, sort of waving my hands with a quite obscene rhyme about 200 frames a second, 200 frames. It was amazing. We're sold on this. We really want to push this elsewhere. This is actually going to be first available as a plugin for After Effects very shortly. It's basically an alpha about to go to beta. For more information about our company, our products, and about Nuke and our plugins, go visit us at www.thefoundry.co.uk.